Key Glock just broke his silence, and what he said shook the whole Memphis scene. After years of loyalty to Paper Route Empire, he's finally exposing fake love and the betrayal that led to young Dolph's death. This ain't rumors no more. Glock's telling it all.
We haven't really heard much from you since the tragic passing of Dolph. Is this the first time that you've done an interview since he passed?
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you holding up? I mean, obviously, something that's...
I'm content. I'm all right.
When you say content, what does that mean? Like
I'm maintaining. Like I'm not getting better. I'm not getting worse. I'm just here right now.
This one's got the whole Memphis talking. Key Glock, the artist who stood closest to young Dolph, just flipped the table, calling out fake loyalty inside Paper Route Empire Pry and hinting that the people who betrayed Dolph might have been right next to him the whole time. It's a story that's been bubbling for a while, but now it's boiling over because Glock's finally breaking his silence, and what he's saying changes everything. Let's keep it real. Since young Dolph was gunned down in 2021, the streets haven't stopped talking. The official story says it was a setup by street enemies, but anyone who really knew Dolph knows he kept his circle tight. So, when he got hit in his own city in broad daylight, buying cookies from Macca's, no security, no warning, people instantly started whispering that it had to be somebody close. And that's where this new tension starts. For years, Perry was seen as family, not just a label, but a brotherhood built on loyalty. Dolph wasn't just signing artists, he was changing lives. He taught his crew independence, how to own their masters, build businesses, and get money without industry gains. And the one person who carried that vision hardest was Key Glock. His protege, his nephew-like partner, his right-hand man. The bond between them wasn't fake. When Dolph died, Glock went ghost. No interviews, no social media, no clout chasing. He was grieving for real.
It's just a normal thing when death occurs. It's just like, I ain't gonna say it's wrong to show love, but if it ain't genuine, why do it? Like if it ain't real, like, you know what I'm saying? That's just a normal thing when death occurs. It's just like, I ain't gonna say it's wrong to show love, but if it ain't genuine, why do it? Like if it ain't real, like, you know what I'm saying? So everybody know, like I know, like you know, then fuck a girl like that. You know what I'm
But lately, things started looking different. Glock's been moving solo, unfollowing PR artists, skipping group appearances, not promoting the label's releases. Fans noticed at first, saying, why Glock acting distant? Why he don't rep like before? And then came the interviews, and that's when everything exploded. Glock didn't name names, but he made it clear he saw things that didn't sit right after Dolph's death. He said, everybody wasn't who they said they was. Some people switched sides when it got dark. That one sentence sent shockwaves through Memphis. Because to the fans that sounded like confirmation that the betrayal came from inside. Everyone started guessing. Who was Glock talking about? Some pointed fingers at artists who seemed to move on too quick. Others at people who started claiming leadership of PR the moment Dolph was gone. One thing's for sure. Glock's tone wasn't just emotional. It was angry. It was the sound of somebody who's been watching snakes eat at his brother's legacy.
We haven't really heard much from you since the tragic passing of Dolph. Is this the first time that you've done an interview since he passed?
Yeah.
BC. What a lot of people forget is that Paper Route Empire wasn't built like a normal label. It was Dolph's mission, his way of giving back to Memphis. He didn't trust the industry. He trusted the people he put on. But when he died, that foundation started cracking. Glock's frustration isn't just about music, it's about fake loyalty. He said in another clip, it'd be your own people smiling in your face, acting like family. But they really just waiting for you to fall. And after what happened to Dolph, that line hit deep. Behind the scenes, word is that certain PR members started drifting away, signing side deals, moving without Glock's blessing, and turning what was supposed to be a family movement into a hustle for individual fame. Glock stayed silent for a long time, but fans noticed he stopped calling certain people bro. He started rolling with a smaller crew, doing shows solo, and barely mentioning the label. Even when PRE dropped tribute tracks for Dolph, Glock didn't promote them, and people started wondering why. The answer came in pieces. During a sit-down, Glock talked about energy changing after Dolph's passing. He said, everybody Sathi, love you when you up, but death expose everything. Fans took that as him finally confirming what the streets already believed. That someone in Dolph's circle either set him up or knew what was coming and didn't say a word.
You gotta be ready when you go back, but you go to your hometown, but you got the who was in class who ain't never liked you.
Let's not forget the investigation into Dolph's death has been messy. Multiple suspects have been arrested, but the mastermind behind it has never been officially revealed. Meanwhile, rumors been flying that certain people connected to PR had links with Memphis street figures who didn't like Dolph's. Glock's been sitting on those truths, watching people post fake love online while knowing they weren't solid in real life. And if you listen closely, Glock's music been telling the story the whole time. In his song Proud, he said, "I'm just trying to keep my dog name alive, but these fake ones making it hard." That's not just a lyric, that's pain. That's betrayal. It's him talking about watching people profit off Dolph's name while losing the principles he stood on. The tension got worse when fans noticed Glock on Big Moochie Grape and a few other PR members right after they dropped tracks that some people called subliminal shots. Glock never responded online, but silence says more than words sometimes. He's moving like a man who's done arguing, like he's done pretending everything's cool when it's not. To the fans, it's clear Glock's loyalty is still with Dolph, not with the label that's been falling apart since the King of Memphis passed.
Jury found the defendant Hernandez Govan not guilty in count 1 of the indictment. We, the jury, find the defendant Hernandez Govan not guilty in count 2 of the indictment. Mr. Johnson, is this your verdict? Is this your verdict? Yes, sir. Is this your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this your verdict? Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Let's keep it 100. Keok never wanted to be the face of controversy. He's always been quiet, focused, and loyal. But even the realest ones got a breaking point. And when you carry the weight of losing your mentor, your friend, and your family, all while watching the PO play around, you get weird. Eventually something's got to give. When Glock dropped that now viral clip saying everybody wasn't who they said they was, it wasn't just frustration, it was revelation. People inside Memphis said Glock's been holding back information for years. He's not the type to gossip, but those closest to him claim he's seen moves that didn't make sense. Phone calls, secret meetings, and business plays that looked more like betrayal than brotherhood. Some insiders even claim Glock found out certain PR affiliates were talking to people Tito, the same street side that had issues with Dolph. And that's where things get messy. See, Dolph was independent, and that made him a threat. He didn't own nobody. He owned his masters, ran his own tours, and built a team without leaning on the industry or major labels. That kind of power and hip-hop, especially in the South, don't sit right with everybody. And when someone like Dolph moves like that, enemies start coming from all directions. The streets, the labels, and sometimes even from his own backyard.
Just wondering how you feeling, how you holding up. I mean, obviously, something that's...
I'm content. I'm alright.
When you say content, what does that mean? Like
I'm maintaining. Like I'm not getting better. I'm not getting worse. I'm just.
Glock's anger seems to come from realizing that Dolph's death wasn't just the result of enemies. It was also a product of disloyalty. He said in another interview, "Dole taught us to stand on business, but some of y'all stood on lies." That's deep because it means the same people yelling pre for L might have been faking love the whole time. The video breaks down how Glock's actions now reflect someone who's cutting ties with anyone who don't move by Dolph's code. He's been working independently, doing deals without the PR tag, and refusing to chase clout. Fans say this is him rebuilding the empire his own way, keeping Dolph's name alive, but cleaning house at the same time. And while Glock hasn't dropped any names, his message is clear. He knows exactly who betrayed Dolph. He just ain't speaking yet. The streets are saying he's waiting for the right time because once the truth comes out, it'll shake Memphis to its core. Dolph's death wasn't just a tragedy. It was an inside job that turned a movement into a mystery. And Glock's the last one standing who's still fighting for the truth. Now, the craziest part about all this is how the fans are finally starting to see what Key Glock's been hinting at for years. Pre doesn't look the same anymore. The unity, the love, the hustle, all of that died with Dolph. What's left feels like people clinging to his name for streams and attention. And Glock, he's over it. He's not dissing the label. He's just refusing to fake it. In a recent interview, Glock said, "I don't do that fake energy. If I don't rock with you no more, it's for areas." That line summed it all up. He's tired of pretending the empire Dolph built is still pure. He's tired of seeing people who didn't even check on Dolph when he was alive now trying to profit off his death. And honestly, fans respect it because while everybody else chasing headlines, Glock's the only one who stayed consistent. Real pain, real loyalty, no acting. And the deeper you look, the more obvious it becomes. Glock's trying to separate the name Paper Route Empire from the people who don't represent it right anymore. Dolph built PR to be about family, freedom, and ownership. But after his passing, the mission got twisted. Some started chasing fame. Others started using Dolph's name to gain sympathy and followers. And Glock saw it all happen in real time. Now, there's talk that Glock might relaunch PR under a new name or even walk away completely and build something new from scratch. If that happens, it wouldn't just be a career move, it'd be a message. The real legacy of Dolph lives through me, not through the fakes. And that's something fans have been waiting to see. At the end of the day, Key Glock's not doing this for drama. He's doing it for closure. He's the last real voice connected to Dolph, who's still keeping his memory sacred. But to do that, he's got to cut off anyone who betrayed the code, whether it's business or personal. Glock's moving like a man on a mission to rebuild what was broken and expose what was fake. Because one thing's clear. Dolph didn't die for nothing. His spirit lives through Glock, through every lyric, every move, every truth being revealed. And the more Glock speaks, the more the world sees that the real betrayal wasn't from the streets.